Have you ever stopped in the hustle and bustle of life and asked yourself, what is reality? Or is reality just a game we are playing? And is there any way to win the game? Today, let's embark on a journey to deeply explore the mysteries behind the illusions and pre-programmed patterns from childhood, and realize that reality is not as rigid as we often think. It is a giant game where every thought, every action of yours can change your whole life. Reality is a game, an illusion of mental patterns. Every morning when you wake up, you step into a seemingly programmed chain of events, work, pressure, invisible rules of society. You feel like a puppet being pulled by invisible strings, governed by patterns, beliefs, and teachings from childhood. The words "you can't do that," "you're not good enough," or "you can only do this" have gradually been engraved in your mind, creating a system, the matrix, that determines how you perceive yourself and the world around you. But reality is not a series of immutable events or a fixed destiny. Reality is a game where everything is just a fleeting manifestation, a stage, a performance of consciousness. What you think is truth, work, success, failure, joy, and sadness are just scenarios that you have been taught to believe. And it is in those scenarios that you easily become a victim of the invisible matrix, when each of your choices is programmed by old thinking patterns, making you feel that you can never win the game of life. The second, the matrix and mental barriers. Imagine that you are a bird flying in a cage that you have built for yourself from the beliefs and expectations set by society. Every time you try to fly out, you realize that the door of the cage has been closed for a long time. You know you can fly, but you dare not step out because of fear, because of the constraints of the past. The matrix, a collection of unconscious thoughts, beliefs, and thought patterns, is like an automatic computer program, controlling the way you feel and act. It not only exists in your mind but also affects every decision, making you feel stuck in an endless loop of self-doubt and insecurity. You may have felt that, despite your efforts to change everything, life is still repeating the same old habits, repeating the same actions over and over again, without bringing about any breakthrough changes. It is the matrix that has been ingrained in your mind, creating the standards and expectations that you impose on yourself. You may ask yourself, why do I always feel inadequate? Why can't I ever achieve anything truly meaningful? And the answer lies in this: you are living in a matrix, an invisible system that has been programmed since childhood. And if you are not aware of it, you will forever be controlled by it. Third, dismantling the matrix, the secret to winning the game of reality. Reality is a game, and to win the game, you need to learn how to break through the invisible barriers. The first step is to be aware of the existence of the matrix. Start by asking yourself, am I really who I think I am? Or am I just following a pre-written script? When you realize that your successes, failures, joys, and sorrows are just parts of the story you tell yourself, you open the door to change. The next way to win the game of reality is to reprogram your mind. This is not simply thinking positively in the usual sense, but rather identifying the limiting beliefs that the matrix has installed and replacing them with new thoughts based on awareness, freedom, and confidence in your own abilities. For example, instead of thinking "I am not good enough," change it to "I always learn and grow through every challenge." Each positive affirmation, each intentional visualization will be the bricks that help rebuild your perception, helping you gradually break the cycle of old patterns. A powerful tool for reprogramming your mind is intentional visualization. Find yourself a quiet space. Close your eyes and clearly visualize the life you want. A life where you are free, where you are no longer controlled by the barriers of the matrix. Feel every detail of that life. The sound of laughter, the taste of joy, the light of freedom. When your mind continuously receives positive images, your subconscious will gradually identify with those images, opening the door for you to turn your dreams into reality. The fourth, stress management and energy regeneration. In the modern world, the matrix is not only perpetuated by old beliefs, but also reinforced by the effects of technology, media, and busy lifestyles. Every moment you are surrounded by constant notifications, standards, and expectations. This makes it easy for you to become stressed, tense, and gradually lose the ability to focus on your true nature. To escape this cycle, stress management and energy regeneration are essential. Take time for yourself to practice meditation, mindfulness, and deep breathing exercises. For example, every morning, spend 10 to 15 minutes to calm your mind, to feel your breath going in and out, to let each negative thought gradually dissolve like clouds passing through the sky of your mind. Such moments not only help you recharge, but also strengthen your belief in your ability to control yourself, helping you gradually break down the barriers of the matrix. Don't stop there. Make a habit of keeping a spiritual diary. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences during the day, to recognize old thinking patterns and gradually replace them with positive thoughts based on deep self-awareness. Journaling is not only a method to relieve stress, but also a way for you to identify the thinking patterns that the matrix has tormented you. And from there, you can select and adjust to build a freer and more flexible mindset. Become the conductor of your life. Choose the right notes. One of the core messages that philosophy always conveys is, your life is a piece of music, and you are your own conductor. This means that you can choose the notes you want to play. Notes of love, confidence, gratitude, and freedom. Every action, every word, every thought of yours is a note that contributes to the symphony of life. If you always run after the standards set by others, if you always try to prove your worth through material achievements or fame, then you will forever be imprisoned in the invisible matrix. But if you start listening to your heart, if you dare to change and create new notes, you will gradually realize that life is not just the limitations that the matrix has built, but also an opportunity for you to freely create, to discover and express your true nature. Practice intentional visualization exercises. Every morning when you wake up, take a few minutes to imagine a new day full of positive energy. Imagine that you step out with confidence and self-confidence. You face every challenge with inner peace and strength. The more detailed, the better. Feel the sounds, colors, smells of a bright new day. As your mind continuously receives these images, your subconscious will gradually turn them into reality, helping you create a life that truly belongs to you. The sixth, the matrix and sustainable change. But is it possible to escape the matrix completely? Maybe the answer is not escape, but change the game. The matrix is a system that has been formed over decades, reinforced by experiences, education, and environment. However, you always have the ability to break old patterns. You can change the way you see and interact with the world. The important thing is not to try to completely eliminate everything that has been built, but to learn to choose what is in line with your true values. Think of it as a process of reprogramming your thinking, where each small action, Each conscious decision is a brick that builds a solid foundation for a new life. You need to be brave enough to let go of limiting beliefs, to accept that there are things that do not belong to you, and instead focus on what brings freedom and happiness. This requires perseverance, consistency, and practice, from meditation, journaling, to choosing positive affirmations every day. Affirmations like "I deserve success and happiness," "I am capable of overcoming any challenge," "I am free to live my life on my own terms," are not just words. They are commands that you send to your subconscious mind. When you repeat them regularly, combined with genuine emotions, they gradually reprogram your thinking, helping you break through the barriers that the Matrix has previously set. 7th, connecting with yourself and the universe. Once you begin to perceive and change your perception of reality, you will gradually realize that you are not alone. Everyone around you is also living in their own matrix, but each person has the ability to master their life in their own way. The connection between people is not about comparing or judging, but about feeling the harmony, a common rhythm of the universe. When you let go of your ego, you not only expand the space for yourself, but also for your relationships, for your connection with the community. You begin to realize that each smile, each act of kindness of yours is a note that contributes to the symphony of a better world. Take the time to listen, to understand that each person has their own story, and each story is precious. When you know how to forgive, love, and accept, you not only break your own matrix, but also inspire others. Your changes, however small, can ripple and create a ripple effect, opening the door to a reality filled with love and freedom. The 8th, the call to win the game of reality. Reality, as we have discovered, is a game that you can choose how to play. To win the game, you need to realize that you are not simply what the Matrix has programmed you to be. You are the one with the power of choice, the ability to change and create new things. You can win by living true to your true nature, living with infinite awareness, living with genuine love, and living with freedom from old patterns. Remember, winning the game of reality does not come from perfect control, but from the ability to accept, let go, and learn. Every day is an opportunity for you to write a new story, a story that is not limited by the prejudices or expectations of others, but a story that you create yourself. Dare to dream, dare to change, dare to live the way your heart desires, and believe that every action of yours, no matter how small, has the power to create great change. If you feel the power of inner freedom, if you realize that reality is a game and you can choose how to win, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your loved ones. Let the light of self-awareness spread, helping everyone to step out of the matrix so that they can build a free, complete, and meaningful life. 9th, conclusion, the journey of those who dare to change. Dear friend, the journey to conquer reality is not a fast race, but a gradual process of transformation, of removing mental barriers and opening your heart to the true values of life. Remember, everything you think is fixed is just a fleeting illusion, and the truth that you can change your life is always present within you. You are not just a person governed by the Matrix, but you are the master of your life, the one who has the power to choose, the one who has the ability to reprogram your subconscious mind to create a new reality, the reality you desire. Be brave enough to abandon old patterns, to let go of the limiting beliefs that you have unconsciously received since childhood. Ask yourself, what do I want? And then act accordingly. Every step, Every decision made in a state of awareness will bring you closer to your goal. The goal is not to win a competition, but to live fully as yourself, not bound by any definition or standard set by others. Finally, always remember that reality is a game, and that game always opens up opportunities for those who dare to change, for those who dare to live true to their nature. You are the creator of your own future, and as long as you keep trying, keep believing in your own abilities, nothing is impossible. Turn each passing day into a symphony of freedom, of love and of faith in an infinite life. If these words have touched your heart, if you feel the power of inner freedom and are determined to break your own matrix, let's continue on the path of enlightening the mind. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your loved ones so that the light of self-awareness can spread and make the world around you more complete and meaningful than ever. May you always find the light of inner freedom. May you dare to live the way your heart desires, and let each passing day become a journey of love, forgiveness, and self-belief. You are the winner, because in this game of reality, victory is not in controlling everything, but in the ability to let go, change, and move forward with a free spirit.